Hello friends, continuation with the numerical and the next part is question number 7 and the part is in figure segment PT is bisector of angle QPR. A line through R and parallel to segment PT intersect ray QP at point S. Prove that PS is equal to PR. Student, please pay attention, this numerical is important. So once again I am going to read the question. In figure PT is bisector of angle QPR. A line through R and parallel to segment PT intersect ray QP at point S. Prove that PS is equal to PR. In that case, they have given some part and again we are going to understand the same question from diagram point of view. So the part is, here please observe this diagram carefully. First of all, in triangle PQR, they are given PT as an angle bisector. PT is angle bisector. If PT is angle bisector, it indicates that this angle and this angle is equal. Means indirectly they have given angle QPT is equal to RPT. Why? PT is an angle bisector, as PT is an angle bisector. Next part they have given, and that is the most important for understanding, a line through R, and parallel to PT, a line through R and parallel to PT, a line through R parallel to PT. Means they have drawn one line passing from point R and which is parallel to PT, means parallel to bisector. Intersect ray QP at S, means when you draw a line parallel passing from R and it is parallel to PT, when it get intersected, intersected to QP at point S. In short, they have indirectly given as SR is parallel to PT. They have given SR parallel to PT. Then prove that PS is equal to PR. Then prove that PS is equal to PR. Remember, in wording they have given such a part, a line through R parallel to PT, means in short they have given SR parallel to PT, and student doesn't able to understand that part and we have to use that concept over here. In short, indirectly they have given PT is parallel to SR, and that is the meaning of that wording. Student must able to understand that part. Now how to prove that part? One by one try to understand over here. There are two logic that you have to understand over here. One is the logic of parallel line and second logic of parallel line in terms of alternate angle and corresponding angle. And with the help of that, this part is going to get proved. So please observe its breakup and other part. Now first, the main part is, as PT is angle bisector, angle QPT is congruent to RPT, means these two angles are congruent. They have already given us. Now moving to the next part. After these two parts, we are entering into the two part of a diagram, and this diagram must be understood by you properly. Just for proper help line, I have drawn two diagram over here. Same diagram I have drawn but with some modification. Here we have to observe the part that PT and SR are parallel to each other. PT parallel to SR, then in that case QS is act as a transversal. I have to draw the same part over here. This PT is parallel to SR over here. This PT parallel to SR, and your QS is act as a transversal. Naturally, angle QPT, which is over here, must be congruent to PSR over here. This reason nothing but corresponding angle test, because these two lines are parallel line and third line act as a transversal, then angle QPT is congruent to PSR by corresponding angle test. Now after that we are entering into the third part, and the third part is same diagram over here, but we have to understand the logic. Again our PT is parallel to SR. Here PT is parallel to SR, and in that case if PT is parallel to SR, then PR act as a transversal. If PR is a transversal, then we can say that angle TPR, this angle over here, must be equal to PRS over here, because these two are nothing but alternate angle. Means here we are able to prove that TPR is congruent to PRS. Now here we have to understand one part, and that part is coming again from the main diagram. We know that QPT, this angle, is congruent to TPR over here. As these two angles are congruent, and again this is congruent with this, you can say, and this is congruent with this. So naturally you can say one main part, that this triangle means triangle PRS become isosceles triangle, because these two angles are congruent. Reason, these two are congruent. Naturally, if these two angles are congruent, opposite to this angle, side PS, must be congruent to opposite to this angle, means side PR, and that is a proof over here. Now please pay attention how we are going to write the part. In number 1, I am going to write the angle bisector property. In number 2, I am going to write the corresponding angle property. In number 3, I am going to write alternate angle property, and combination of 1, 2 and 3, I am going to write the fourth part over here. And in this way I am going to complete entire proof. So please pay attention on writing part. So student, first of all draw this diagram in case of a breakup. First we are going to write angle bisector. Second we are going to write corresponding angle test. Third we are going to write alternate angle test. And 1, 2, 3 conclusion we are going to write at the final. So please draw the diagram first and then observe. Then you can easily understand the part of writing. So part is here one by one. First, in triangle PQR, here they have given PT is angle bisector, or segment PT is bisector of angle QPR, they have given it, so given. Next, therefore angle QPT, is equal to angle TPR. I am going to give it as equation number 1, and reason by angle bisector property, or by angle bisector. Now we are able to get a equation 1 where angle QPT is equal to angle TPR. Now we are going to write the part of alternate angle and corresponding angle. So please pay attention over here. Now we are going to describe these two parts over here. First, as PT parallel to SR, then angle QPT is congruent to PSR, that we are going to write. After in the same group, we are going to write about as PT parallel to SR, then angle TPR is congruent to PRS by alternate angle test. Means here we are getting a test of correspondence, and here or corresponding angle test, and here we are getting alternative angle test. So please pay attention on writing type. So in second, PT parallel to SR as PT parallel to SR and QS act as transversal. Therefore angle QPT is equal to angle PSR. I am going to give it as equation number 2, and reason corresponding angle test or corresponding angles. Next, in the same part, I am going to write the part over here. Also, here angle or sec PT parallel to SR, and PR act as a transversal, PR act as transversal. Therefore angle TPR, therefore angle TPR is equal to angle PRS. PRS, I would give it as equation number 3, and here angle TPR is congruent or equal to PRS, but reason is alternate angles. Alternate angles. Now please pay attention. We are getting three results: equation 1, equation 2 and equation 3. What is exactly that part? In equation 1, QTP, same QTP is over here, and there is TPR. So here TPR is over here. Now remember, this QPT and QPT is same, which is equal to this part, and this TPR is equal to TPR equal to this. Naturally this equal to this and TPR equal to TPR. We can write this two as a equal, means angle PSR is equal to PRS. We are writing by combination of 1, 2 and 3. So the part is, so third part is from equation 1, 2 and 3. First of all, I am going to write equation number 1 as it is, that is QPT. Angle QPT is equal to angle TPR, that is your actual equation number 1. Now here removing QPT and writing PSR. So removing QPT and writing PSR is equal to removing TPR and writing PRS. This replacement is done by equation 2 and this replacement is done by equation 3. So I am going to write the reason from 2 and 3. From 2 and 3. And from that part we are getting one new conclusion. PSR is equal to PRS. Again observe the main diagram. PSR means this angle is equal to PRS. Naturally in triangle PRS or you can say PSR, there are two angles are congruent, means PSR equal to PRS. Naturally opposite to this angle means side PS must be equal to opposite to this side means PR, and in this way we can prove that PS is equal to PR. So writing that part over here, and a part is, now as two angles as a congruent, PSR is equal to PRS in a given triangle, two angles are congruent, then their opposite side must be congruent. So PSR is equal to PRS. So PSR, its opposite side is PR, and PRS is opposite side is PS, and that is a required proof, that is PS is equal to PR, and that is a required part, PS is equal to PR. Just interchanging the part. Therefore PS is equal to PR, and that is proved. And here for PR is equal to PS, we can write opposite sides. As sides are congruent, as angles are congruent, then sides are congruent. As angles are congruent, then its opposite sides are congruent. And this way we can complete entire part, and it is a final answer, so I am going to make a box to it. Student, please pay attention. Writing it in a systematically manner also giving a proper reason, making a proper numbering and elaboration in terms of diagram, and just for your own understanding I have drawn these two diagrams by which you can easily remember the answer at the time of examination. These two diagrams are only for your helpline, otherwise main diagram is only main. That is one or first diagram which is given in the textbook, and in this way you can write entire proof. Now student, please pay attention. We are in the last numerical of chapter 3 and now we are going to complete the part over here. Now this numerical is not only critical for understanding in terms of theory point of view, but it is also critical to understand in terms of diagram point of view, because we have to take at least 6 breakup of this diagram. And the question is, question number 8 and the part is, in figure segment AD perpendicular to segment BC. Segment AD perpendicular to segment BC. Segment AE is bisector of angle CAB and C'(E')D. Prove that angle DAE is equal to half of angle B minus angle C. Once again I am going to read the question. In figure, segment AD perpendicular to BC. Segment AE is bisector of angle CAB and C'(E')D. Prove that angle DAE is half of angle B minus angle C. Now the same part I am going to explain from diagram point of view so that you can easily understand the part. In triangle ABC, they have first part. What is exactly? Segment AD perpendicular to BC. Means logically you can say that angle ADB is 90, or you can also say that angle ADC, this angle also become 90. This is the main understanding first part. Second, they have given AE is angle bisector of BAC. If AE is bisector of angle BAC, in that case you can say that angle BAE, this angle, is equal to CAE, this angle. Means again this angle and this angle are equal due to AE as a bisector. Then prove that angle DAE, means our question is rotating with this angle. Angle DAE is half of angle B minus angle C. Half of means angle DAE, this angle, is half of angle B minus angle C. Means you have to take this value of an angle and create a correlation towards angle B and towards angle C. Then and then you can reach up to this part. In this case, remember one part. Here I have drawn this diagram, but I am going to take first breakup, second breakup, third breakup, fourth, fifth. Like that I am going to take n number of breakup over here, at least 5 to 6. And with the help of that modification I am going to explain it. And again the main part that I am trying to clear it over here. So step by step you are going to draw the diagram and be understanding what I am writing the steps over there. Because at a time diagram and understanding cannot be cleared over here. So step by step you can draw the diagram when I am going to draw that part. And secondly, a modification in answer. What is exactly? We have to prove that angle DAE is equal to half of angle B minus angle C. Means what is the target? Let us say this is a part that we want to prove. If I am going to make modification, this 2 is divided by shifted over here, this 2 is divided by shifted over there. 2, because it is divided by goes to that side as a multiply. So 2 times angle DAE is equal to, in bracket, angle B minus angle C. When I reach up to this step, definitely divided by, multiply by 2, I can shift it as a divided by, and I have to reach up to this step. So remember our target is 2 times angle DAE, is equal to angle B minus angle C. Up to this correlation we have to reach, and then we can reach to the final answer. Means we will reach over here, and from this step we can jump over here. And this is the main logic of this numerical. So please, there are n number of diagram and n number of patterns I am going to write it. This numerical is longer in length and you have to understand properly. So please pay attention. Now try to understand its first breakup. From main diagram, try to understand in first breakup that I am going to clear it over here. What is exactly? As AE is bisector of angle BAC, means due to AE, this original angle BAC is divided in two equal part. One is BAE and second is CAE. So here I have drawn the part. Means your original triangle BAC is divided in two equal part, BAE and CAE. Means according to the diagram logic, this angle and this angle is equal. Means you can say as AE is angle bisector, therefore angle BAE equal to CAE. And here I am going to assume it as angle K. Just part as a nomenclature, I am going to give a name to this part as angle K, because in simplification I have to write this part in symbolic presentation over there. Now in secondary part we are going to take a breakup of additional two diagram. What are that? One is BAE that are drawn over here, BAE, and second DAC, that DAC over here. In both the diagram you are having AD and AE as well as AD and AE over here. Now try to understand the main part. What pattern or what value we are going to write from these two diagrams. First observe this diagram carefully, BAE. Please pay attention again from the main diagram, BAE. We have taken this value as a K. Means your total angle BAE. This total angle is K. And among this part I have to write the value of DAE. Means from this diagram you can observe one part, DAE means this angle DAE is nothing but total angle, means total angle is K minus BAD. Means if I want to find the value of DAE means which angle? This angle. If I want to find the value of DAE, that is nothing but total angle means K minus BAD. That I am going to write in group second. Now same part, means first part in this group I am going to write about this, in second group I am going to write about this. Now pay attention for the third group. What I am going to explain or going to write the part over here, and the part is, in the third part I am going to explain about DAC. Again you know that from this diagram EAC is nothing but value K or angle K we are assumed over here in number 1. So this is nothing but the K over here. So total angle DAC if you are going to observe, and we are interested to find this value again over here. Now here again that correlation will be formed. DAE means this angle is nothing but total DAC minus this value angle K means EAC, and that I am going to write in third group. So please pay attention how I am going to write and represent it. First you draw diagram first, then second and third, and then you can understand what I am going to write it over there. So first draw diagram on your notebook so you can clear your doubts. So we are going to write about KK, that is the first part. Second, breakup of DAE as a second part, and third again breakup of DAE as a third part from first, second and third. But please pay attention how I am going to write. So one by one we are going to write the answer in the form of number, statements and reasons, and the part is here. First part we are using the reference that segment AE is bisector of angle CAB, starting from that part. Therefore in triangle ABC, they have given segment AE is bisector of angle CAB. They have given it, so I am going to write it as given. Now next part, therefore angle CAE is equal to angle CAE is equal to BAE is equal to K, and we can say and the reason by angle bisector property. Now, after completing this part, we are going to give it as equation number 1. Now student, remember here n number of equation is going to get generated. So please pay attention for every time. Now, after writing this part, we are going to describe about this part. Please pay attention once again. Now, after that part, we are entering into this diagram in triangle BAE, where we are already written for angle BAE. This total angle is K. And we are going to find the value of angle DAE. Naturally, angle DAE is nothing but total angle. Total angle means K minus BAD. And that part we are going to write it over here. So the next part is in triangle BAE. So second, in triangle BAE. Next, in triangle BAE, our value DAE, angle DAE is equal to angle DAE is equal to angle BAE, angle BAE minus angle BAD. That only modified and it become angle DAE is equal to angle BAE, means we assume it as a K, minus angle BAD. I would give it as equation number 2, and reason is angle addition, or you can say angle subtraction property. Now, after writing this value, I have given it as a equation number 2, and we are going to write the same pattern for equation 3. But what is exactly that pattern? Once again, please pay attention. Now, in the third part of our diagram, here we have to discuss about DAC. Now, what is exactly mean by DAC? It is the addition of DAE plus EAC, that is nothing but K. And now, again I am going to filter DAE from this diagram. How would I write it? Pay attention. So, part 3. In triangle DAC, first part, angle DAE plus angle EAC is equal to angle DAC. Now your valuation, angle DAE, I am shifting this DAE to that side, or you can have that part, angle DAE, you want it, so shifting EAC to that side. Here angle DAC and shifting this plus EAC to that side, it become minus angle EAC. As this EAC, we know that we are replaced it by EAC, we are replaced it by K. So shifting it K over there. So angle DAC minus K, and that is the new value of angle DAE. I am going to call it as equation number 2. And this is again by angle addition property. So I am going to write it as by angle addition property. Now student, please pay attention on respective equation number 2 and respective equation number 3. In first case, we are getting a relation as DAE is equal to K minus angle BAD as equation number 2. And in third case, or in group 3, we are getting same value of DAE, that is DAE is equal to angle DAC minus K, that is our equation number 3. And now here we are going to make addition of equation 2 and addition of equation 3, addition of equation 2 and addition of equation 3, and a straight part I am going to write in group 4 from equation 2 plus 3. Now I am going to write both the equation in front of you so that you can easily understand the part. First, DAE or our angle DAE is equal to K minus angle BAD. K minus angle BAD. That is nothing but your equation 2. Now equation 3 is again angle DAE. Angle DAE is equal to angle DAC minus K. Angle DAC minus K, and that is nothing but our equation number 3. Now here simply I am going to make mathematical addition as per a condition, and the part is. Now one by one, just for your proper understanding, angle DAE plus angle DAE, it becomes 2 times angle DAE is equal to, here this minus K and plus K get cancelled with each other, K get cancelled with K, and here 2 value minus BAD and plus DAC, I am writing it as plus DAC, and this value minus as angle BAD. And here we are getting one relation, that is 2 times angle DAE is equal to DAC minus BAD. I want just angle DAC, so the part is shifting this to multiply to that side as divided by. So angle DAE is equal to, this 2 is multiply goes to that side as a divided by, so 1 by 2 in bracket angle DAC minus angle BAD. And this is our equation number 4. So I am writing it as equation number 4. Now we are reached up to the step as angle DAE is equal to half of DAC minus BAD. Means at the end of the part, we have to make the modification in this angle DAC, replaced by something, and again BAD, that is replaced by something, so that we can reach to our answer. And that is our answer, angle DAE is equal to half of angle B minus angle C. This is only the half part of your question. Again, I have to draw 2 additional diagram over there and explain the next part. So student, up to this part your diagram is supposed to get completed and write it properly, then and then you can understand the next part. So again remember, I am going to remove or going to rough all the part and I am going to solve the next part. So hope so this part is with you first. Now the conclusion from 4th part, that we are going to write it over here, angle DAE is equal to half of DAC minus angle BAD. Once again, angle DAE is half of angle DAC minus angle BAD. That is equation 4th. We are get apart as a conclusion. Now understand the next 2 diagram for 5th and 6th group. Once again student, this numerical is longer in length, so step by step you have to understand and step by step you have to write. So coming to the next part, we have to discuss about a triangle over here. No doubt it is a reference from main triangle that we have drawn over here. And what is that? I have taken a triangle ABD, and I have tried to show you angle ADC, angle ADC, which is a 90. But for triangle BDA, it is an exterior angle. Means here we are going to describe the property of exterior angle. Means for triangle BDA, this angle ADC is an exterior angle. And we know one property, value of exterior angle is equal to sum of 2 remote interior angle. Means you can say that angle ADC is equal to angle B plus angle BAD. Means this angle 90 is equal to sum of this first angle plus second angle. Means angle ADC, exterior angle, is equal to ABD, means angle B, plus angle BAD, means this angle. I am going to write this part as a 5th over there, and I am going to create the correlation for that part. And the same for 6th, but first observe 5th. So the part is part 5th. In triangle ABD, here angle ADC is an exterior angle. Therefore, we know that value of exterior angle is equal to sum of 2 remote interior angle, making that part in terms of application. Therefore, angle ABD plus angle BAD is equal to value, that is exterior angle ADC, angle ADC by property of exterior angle, by property of exterior angle, and a part is here angle ABD, angle ABD, in short it is nothing but your angle B, is equal to angle ADC, angle ADC, that is 90 degree. And now remember, I am doing this step directly. Now as ADC is 90, I am shifting this plus BAD to that side, plus BAD to that side. So it become minus angle BAD, and I am going to call this equation as equation number 5 over here, because up to 4th we are completed. That's why this equation is equation number 5. Now we are getting one correlation, that is angle B is equal to 90 minus angle BAD, 5th part. In the similar way, we are going to write the 6th part over here, but again observe the triangle. Now here we are going to again take the property of exterior angle, but which triangle? The name of this triangle is ACD, ACD. For triangle ACD, our ADB, which is a 90 degree, is act as exterior angle. And again, value of exterior angle is equal to sum of two remote interior angle, means angle ADB, this value is equal to first angle plus second angle, means we have to show their part in terms of addition, means angle ADB, which is a 90 degree, is equal to angle DAC plus DCA. Writing this part of exterior angle property in next group, that is group number 6. So the part is in triangle ACD, in triangle ACD, angle ADB is an exterior angle. You can say in reason from diagram. Therefore, we are using the property of exterior angle, and that part is angle DAC. Therefore, angle DAC plus angle DCA, angle DCA is equal to angle ADB, and this is by property of exterior angle, by property of exterior angle. Now the part is one by one. Angle DAC is a common angle for us, so I am writing it as a DAC plus angle DCA, this is independent angle, so I am going to write it as angle C, is equal to angle ADB, this is the exterior angle, that is 90 degree. Now we need independent value of angle C, so I am going to write it as angle C is equal to 90 degree, and shifting this angle DAC to that side, so it become minus angle DAC, and I am going to call it as equation number 6th. Now we have to find a combination of equation 6th and equation 5 over here. Why? Because we have one part angle B, that is 90 degree minus BAD, angle B, that is 90 degree minus BAD from equation 5, and angle C is equal to 90 degree minus angle DAC from 6th, and here we are going to do angle B minus angle C as per the required part of our answer. So from equation 5 and 6th we are writing next group, that is 7th group. So from equation 5 and 6, from equation 5 minus 6th, remember it's longer in length, so please pay attention till the end. What is equation 5? That is angle B is equal to 90 minus angle BAD, 90 degree minus angle BAD, that is nothing but our equation number 5. Next our equation number 6 is angle C is equal to 90 degree minus angle DAC, that is our equation number 6. Now I have to do the subtraction over here, so please pay attention. Now one by one, if I am going to make a minus over here, first sign is minus, second sign is minus, and third become plus. As C is plus, it become minus, 90 is plus, it become minus, and DAC is minus, it become plus. So first, angle B minus angle C. So the part is angle B minus angle C. Here, this plus 90 and minus 90 get cancelled. So plus 90 and minus 90 get cancelled. Now here DAC is plus and BAD is minus. So I am writing first DAC as a first, angle DAC minus angle BAD. Again we are able to get the new equation. So after 6, I am going to call it as equation number 7. And now this 7th number is your key answer. Angle B minus angle C. Angle B minus angle C, that is nothing but DAC or angle DAC minus BAD. So this is your key answer. What is exactly? Angle DAC minus BAD, DAC minus BAD, that is equation 7, is equal to angle B minus angle C. And the same angle, that is DAC minus BAD, angle DAC minus BAD, same part is available over here. Angle DAC minus BAD, that is a part of fourth. And we are going to remove DAC minus BAD by angle B minus C. We are going to replace it over here, that this portion is get replaced by angle B minus angle C, and you are getting your resultant answer, that is angle DAE is half of angle B minus angle C. DAE is half of angle B minus angle C. In this way we are going to write the last stage or last step, and that is the support by equation 4 and equation 7. So by equation 4 and equation 7, so the last part, and that is 8, that is your answer. Here angle DAE, therefore angle DAE is equal to half of angle B minus angle C, and this is by equation 4 and equation 7. So by equation 4 and 7. Remember student, this numerical is very longer in length. And again you have to understand that breakup, and then you can complete the part over here. And in this way, here first of all, first breakup, second breakup or original diagram, first breakup, second breakup, third breakup, fourth and fifth breakup, and in this way you remember this diagram in terms of a sequence, then you can easily understand or recall the entire proof. And this is not only for your 9th standard, but those students who are going to solve the numerical based on Maths Olympiad, these kinds of numerical are going to get asked over there. So if you are preparing for Maths Olympiad, then it is also fantastic for you. They can support you in all the part. Hello friends and my dear student, अगर आप हमारे वीडियोस देख रहे हो और आपको ये वीडियोस पसंद आते हो तो आप हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और नीचे दिए हुए बेल आइकन को क्लिक करना ना भूलें। साथ में अपने फ्रेंड्स और ग्रुप, इसमें भी आप ये वीडियो शेयर कीजिए ताकि नॉलेज ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बच्चों तक पहुँचे। अलग अलग टॉपिक के साथ मैं आपको मिलता रहूँगा। मैं आपका एसवी सर आगे आने वाले वीडियोज़ को बनाता रहूँगा और आप तक पहुँचाता रहूँगा। थैंक यू वेरी मच।